A blockbuster, a masterpiece, and perhaps the most important American play of the century are just some of the praise Broadway's The Inheritance has been getting.
Yeah, and the award-winning play has a stellar edition. Scandal and Ghost star Tony Goldwyn joined the cast just last week, and Tony is with us now. Welcome.
Thank you.
Excited to be a part of this, I'm sure.
I really am. I was sent this play a few months ago, and it's the best play I've read in decades.
Yeah.
It really is a stunning thing to be a part of.
Well, for those who don't know, it's current, it's raw. Tell us what the story is about.
The story is it's inspired and by a very famous book called by M. Forrester called Howard's End, which was a movie with Anthony Hopkins and Emma Thompson. Yeah. But it sort of fashions that around a group of young gay men in New York today, and their relationship with two middle-aged men who lived through and suffered greatly in the AIDS crisis, which they were not a part of and did not infect their lives directly. And it's really about the legacy from one generation, what one generation inherits from the earlier generations. And it's something that is profound for anyone. It's a difficult play to describe, and ultimately it's about human connection and love, and the way trauma can make, difficult circumstances can make people isolate themselves and cut themselves off from their emotions, and the absolute necessity to connecting to other human beings as a healing force. And at this moment when we are so sort of tribalized and cut off from one another, and even in the age of social media, we tend to get siloed and separated and isolated. This is a play that really is so eloquent and articulate and both hilarious and entertaining and very emotionally powerful about the necessity of
connection,
human contact. Yeah, that's what Forrester was writing about 100 years ago, and what Matthew Lopez, this brilliant playwright, is writing about.
Yeah, and it is such a powerful play. It's such a moving play. You can hear the audience gasping, laughing, crying during it. You had seen the play before you
I did.
It, right?
I was asked to do it, and a dear friend of mine, it was playing the role that I'm playing. He played it in London and it was a great success last year in London, and he wasn't available for this 4-month stint on Broadway, so I was sent the play, and so I went to the opening night right before I actually started being in it. And I'd never had that experience before I'd been reading it and working on it, and to get to see it, it was incredible. And the audience is so much a part of the play from the second it starts, laughing hysterically, just along for this ride. At certain times, weeping. You hear the entire audience.
Wow. Is that distracting as an actor? Or it's
no,
more,
it's not.
helps,
You feel like
you're
having this communal experience that's very profound.
Wow. Now, I want to say that this play is done in 2 parts. Explain that.
Well, it's an epic story. Think of it like you're binge watching an awesome Netflix series, or over a few hours. It's too much in one sitting, so you can watch it in a matinee in one day, which I really recommend. It's a totally immersive experience. You go in the afternoon, you watch it, go over a couple of hours, have some dinner, come back, watch in the evening, or you can split it up over 2 days. But it's a story that has great scope, and once you sort of see the first part, you're hooked, and you want to know the rest. I want to watch when I'm binge watching something. I want to just keep going. Other people are like, that's good. I'm going to come back, in a few days. So
that's a good way to put it, like binge watching. Well, you can catch The Inheritance playing now at the Barrymore Theater. So check it out, Tony. Great to have you here.
Thanks so much for having me.